You may be seated. Who gives this woman to be married today? Hello and welcome to the day that Virginia and Kevin begin their lives as a union. On behalf of Kevin and Virginia, I would like to thank you all for being here this afternoon, for taking the time and making the journey and all the effort it takes, not only to be part of their day, but part of their lives. All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short, others are long, while others are getting to the good part, some, as Natasha Bedingfield would say, yet unwritten. Typically, the officiant will cite a metaphor of commitment and love in a wedding. I don't believe you two need that from me. You both have known that connection looks like since the moment you guys met that first night. I'm not sure if you all know this, but they took a picture on their first night so that their children could see it one day. Ever since then, you have worked as a team as you grew a relationship through COVID lockdown, supporting your families during times of transition, and moving to a state where you both were new and out-of-towners. The history of your relationship is an example of sacrifice and faithfulness to one another that we celebrate today. The vows and promises you will say today in front of your family and friends are no different from the words you have spoken as you planned your relationship from the beginning. You fell in love by chance, but you're here today by choice. You both have chosen each other. You've chosen to be with someone who enhances you, makes you think, makes you smile, and makes every day brighter. You're about to make promises to each other that you intend to keep. You will vow to care for each other, stand up for one another, find happiness in each other. There's a simple premise to each of these promises. You're vowing to be there. My soon-to-be mother-in-law always tells us that marriage is not a 50-50 split. You cannot hold back half for yourself. You need to give 100%. Yet, maintain to one another every experience I'm going to have, I want you to be a part of. Okay, so it's your turn to say the vows you have written for one another. In honor of the Hoosier football game this weekend, we flipped a quarter, kickoff style last night, and the home team, Virginia, chose to be the first of the ball. I mean vows. So.
From the moment I saw your Jeep circle my apartment twice, I knew I was going to smile and laugh at you. I mean, with you. It was our first date, and we hadn't even made it to the highway yet before you had me snorting, loud snorting, from your Patrick Star impression. You told me that was cute, and I think I tried to hide in my seat. I had no idea then, but I would quickly learn what your superpower is. As the date progressed, I was captivated by all of your stories and held on to every word you said. You made me feel completely at ease through laughter, honesty, and genuine curiosity. When you broke the ice that night, I felt butterflies, electricity, and fireworks all at the same time. Leave it to you to capture that magical feeling for a lifetime, the photo. From just that first date, I knew I wanted to hang on to those feelings. And because I allowed myself to trust, you immediately changed my life. When you told me I was special for the first time, I believed someone. It was at that exact moment I let myself start falling in love. What I doubted I deserved, or would even find, was finally right in front of me. 3 weeks later, I knew you were all in, and now, years later, I was zero doubt. You show me love, compassion, pure joy, strength, understanding, dark humor, and shameless authenticity. Everything I needed in myself, you helped me build. But my favorite thing about you is your superpower. You bring out the truth in people, and for me, you brought out my truest self. My mom and aunt both said, after they met you that first time, that I was Virginia again. All because you never held back what you were, and I was fully able to be that person I thought I lost. And now, standing here in front of our friends and family, my dream and hope for us from our first date is finally a reality. I am far beyond words in love with my best friend, soulmate, and person. In fact, I don't have time to explain why I don't have time to explain. But let me at least share with you what your upgrade to the wife package comes with. I vow to give you the same feeling you gave me when you told me I was special, and remind you why you are so very special to me, even if your head gets bigger. What makes you so special is that shameless authenticity, and I will never let anyone or anything let that light fade. I promise to be your coach, cheerleader, free therapist, biggest advocate, and constant in your life. Each day, I vow to make it an adventure, just like our first camping trip. I'll be your teammate through marriage, travel, careers, and eventually our own family. Your dreams will be mine, and you best believe I will push you and believe in you endlessly. And no matter where our adventure takes us, I will be your North Star to guide you home. I think it goes without saying, but I vow to be as committed to you as you are to not eating fish. You are my best friend, true with love, favorite person. And I will love you more every single day. Through fire and flames, you will always be my husband, and I will be your wife. I love you. Get comfy, folks.
Hold up, 2 pages.
Before you talk.
It's gonna be hard. Virginia, I want to start by speaking from the heart, and the bells will come, I promise. There are so many pieces of you, and how I feel that, I'm sorry, this is very hard. There are so many pieces of who you are and how I feel that led me to asking you to join me in this never-ending quest of life that we are both working towards. To name a few, I love that telepathic connection we feel when it comes to knowing what each other are thinking just by a glance. I love the feeling like every day feels right and full when I see you in the morning. I love the knowing that I have you as a partner in my life and anything it throws at us. I love the happiness that I get when I wake up next to you. I love that smile. I love the smile that always comes to my face when we have a dumb argument together and we look at each other and realize we were being petty and possibly argue purposefully just a little bit more petty and then let a big laugh out about it. I love that one moment that goes against everything I have said so far, that one moment that we both are shocked. Our emotions couldn't predict how we would feel emotionally, and that almost identical method of thinking we go through, and then we talk about it. Sorry, going through this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We talk about it and laugh at how our brains are so intertwined, and we end up together. It legitimately feels uncanny how often that happens, and it is something that one day will be difficult to explain to our future children, until one day that they will feel the same way with their partner. I'm gonna ad-lib something there, but I really hope that I can try to explain that feeling to our future kids one day, that they should look for that. We are both deep thinkers, and we put a lot of thought into nearly everything we do, truly to a fault, and genuinely, I guarantee you, everyone in the audience has had to say to us many times we are overthinking everything, even when it came to the wedding. I actually love that about us, and I felt it was worthy to even mention it in my vows. I truly cherish that we both do want to make our friends and family happy, because in turn it makes us happy too. It's something I unknowingly look for in my future wife. I could go on forever, but I haven't given one vow yet, so I know we have vowed to give both body, minds, and our entire beings to each other. But this is the first vow. My first vow is to begin every day with a new start. I mean that, and you know that too. I really have tried to exemplify that since day one, and honestly, that really did start with you. I understand the moment we met that we will butt heads, and if that makes sense. We both have strong foundations, and both of our parents taught us to stand up for ourselves and what we believe in. Even though sometimes we may need to say yes here and live to fight another day. But that is what we both have already come to understand. I will always do my best to make sure I avoid letting things we disagree on get the better of us. My second vow to you is to find time. This is self-explanatory, but it's worth elaborating on since, well, I mean, we invited everyone here. Here's the thing. We literally probably struggle the most with this one right now. Whether it was the wedding planning, our individual hobbies, moving to Tennessee, or being up at night, taking care of my grandmother, making time for family or friends, our careers, and so much more, or even just finding our me time and trying to make sure we have that too. Out of everything we do right for each other, one thing I want to do better is make time for each other. Make sure that we make time for each other. Life just finds a way to distract our squirrel brains constantly, and I promise, have to use the word, I vow, to make sure we find time no matter what. 3, now finally, when it comes to my final vow, there is do or do not. There is no try. This comes to our unity as a whole. Babe, as I said in the beginning, and I will always say until the day we die, we are going to make it. We might even begin days with a new start and find time. In reality, our love needs to recharge. I promise to persevere and work on our love together and never give up, even when life gets us down. I think you get the idea. I believe in us. I believe we'll be a great couple, and we will even be great parents one day, and we will leave a great legacy. I love you, my future wife, my everything, Virginia. I can't believe I got through that. I was crying when I was writing that.
Okay. Now I will ask you some questions to express your intent to marry one another. This is important, so let's ensure these answers are correct. You ready? Will you, Virginia, keep Kevin as your favorite person, to laugh with him, support him through life's tough moments, be proud of him, grow with him, and find new reasons to love him every day? Will you, Kevin, keep Virginia as your favorite person, to laugh with her, support her through life's tough moments, to be proud of her, to grow with her, and find new reasons to love her every day? Will you, Virginia and Kevin, be each other's partners from this day forward, Will you bring out the best in one another, share the happiest moments, and love each other absolutely for the adventures yet to come in your life?
We do.
Okay, now family and community, you're not just here to get a free party and a meal. You're here to support Virginia and Kevin for a very important reason. Your love and support have meant the world to them. And the joy and memories they have made with all of you have deeply and meaningfully impacted them. Both as individuals and as a couple. So, just as they have spoken their vows to one another, I would like to ask all of you to speak some vows to them. And if you agree, I want you to give a nice, we will. And just so you know, that is the only correct answer. I'll give you a little cue when you can go. Will you, friends and family of Kevin and Virginia, support them in the vows of love and commitment? You will. To stand by them, to bring them beer or wine to celebrate the good times and console them through the tough times. Either Zoom or FaceTime will be accepted due to distance. We will. Will you love them as a couple and as individuals? We will. Always. And support them in their amazing adventure of life. We will. Thank you. Okay. Okay, best man, could you please hand the ring? Okay. I've always loved the symbology behind the rings. An eternal circle with no beginning and end. As you place these rings on your finger, imagine the binding interwoven over the two of you as you become one. The rings will come off, but the emblem of their significance will live with you forever. Are you ready? Okay, Kevin, as you place this ring on Virginia's fingers, repeat after me. Hold on, nice and slow. This ring symbolizes my love for you, the commitments we made today. Virginia, as you place this ring on Kevin's finger, repeat after me. This ring symbolizes my love for you and the commitments we made today.
She was excited.
Okay, I'm taking this and stepping over, but I'm still talking. Before I say the phrase that every officiant loves to say, facing your family and friends, you can turn and look at them. I want you to pause for a moment and look. Remember the process of standing here in these beautiful outfits and all the excitement you're feeling. Carry this into your life as a married couple in the moments where you're at your lowest and the airbrush filter of the excitement is all gone. Go back to the foundations of your relationship and be the partner you need for one another. Be the loudest clapper in the audience and be each other's first 7-second hug when you get home from work. And never forget to dance. The goofier, the better. Okay. By the power vested in me from a website I got a while ago. Kevin, you may kiss your bride